How's it going out there today? Today we're going to get you the replica of a Rickenbacker 360 12-string guitar, as used by the Beatles of George Harrison, of course. And this is from the Rare Electric Guitars. And I've had a bass made for them for the Pepper, and it was great. Anyways, this 12-string here, you can get them all custom made. And the first thing I did was make sure that they did this fretboard a very light rosewood, because the stock one comes with a really dark, and these shark inlays, I also got them to make sure that they were murky and translucent instead of white, cheap looking, you know. And this headstock here, as you can see, I'm not sure you can see it, but there's these stripes that I had them put in. They're darker pieces of wood, and it looks great. And as you can see, there's also a stripe running from the neck here, which is kind of nice. One of the most important things you want to do if you're going to get a replica made from these guys is you make sure you get the nut that is filed, the larger string or the heavier gauge string first, and then the thin string, which is what Rickenbacker is the only guitar maker that does that. So this nut here has also been changed to a much harder, better nut. So it's not black, but it sounds great. So I just left it like that. It's probably nice to get, if you want to do that, if you're in some kind of tribute band, you'd want to have this Rickenbacker, you know, the old style, and it says made in USA, which is, you know, quite a laugh. But the great thing about this guitar is that, you know, they really did try to make it look and feel. It's quite thin, as you can see. It came with the most grotesque tailpiece you could ever have. This one is by Winfield, and this tailpiece here has a very clever way of stringing these strings, and there are 6 slots here, and then right behind it are 6 more. So these strings do not go into one slot like Rickenbacker does, which is, I think, is horrible. But this is very clever, and it looks great, and this guitar absolutely plays well. As you can see, you know, it's not a wall hanger at all. It's a beautiful guitar, you know. And folks, I tell you, I've done guitars before, and I didn't plug it in. I didn't think of it. So I'm not a guitar player. I'm a bass player in our tribute band, and if you want to hear it, I'll play it for you. It just chimes. That sounds beautiful. I'm playing it just through line 6 that I have here. Don't know if you can see it, but I have a 325 here that I'll be working on next. We're going to change this horrible tailpiece that has a tremolo, some kind of poor system here, that we're going to put just a straight tailpiece on here, and this will be great for a spare. But this is my guitar. The George in my band plays it, and that's all you need is love. And you know, the pickups here look like the old covers, you know, which is great, you know. You got the F-hole here, the correct binding, the correct knobs. This, you know, you can step by step, as I did with Rare guitars. And if you look at the headstock here, you know, it's got this kind of nice sunburst that Rickenbacker does, and they only go red to, you know, a lighter, you know, natural. They don't have the brown in like Fender does. But I've had this guitar set up now and it just plays beautiful. And I've had a lot of people that own these 360 guitars, and you know, altogether this guitar was about a lot less than what, you know, they're asking for one of these. I mean, we play this song on maybe a half a dozen songs, and you know, some of them are like, you know, $4,000, and that's a big chunk of change. You know, the bridge here is correct as well. You know, you really can't ask for more. You know, you guitarists out there that want to do any British Invasion or the Beatles or any this type of thing, you want to get one of these because, you know, they sound great. I've got a buddy of mine, he's got a real one, and he plays it, and he tells me that, you know, for the money, it's quite nice. I'll let you have a look at the back here. You know, it's absolutely a very, very well done guitar. You know, especially the headstock, which is, I've seen some of the Rickenbackers, they're just horrible. As you can see, it has a beautiful sunburst, you know, and the stripes. You've got 1, 2, 3. So that's what you want to ask for, okay, George, guys? And just look how thin this guitar is, you know? And it looks exactly, but as soon as you change out that grotesque tailpiece, there you have it. You know, this was about $100 Canadian, you know? I'm Canadian. So this is why I put this tutorial, so you guys can you know, get it right, because you can buy these from Rare Electric Guitars and they're already stocked. But my beef with that is the fretboard is too dark, the inlays are too white, and the headstock is way too plain. So please, for the same money that you're ordering the guitar, just tell them what you want step by step, and this is what you'll get. And I'll just bring it a little bit closer and closer and closer. It's beautiful. You have to get it. You know, you just have to order one of these. I've already played it, and enjoy it, because I sure do.